This is Gamer Guy Vladimir, and I thought I would make these recordings real quick while I had a minute alone today, because me and my friend are still sick. Getting better. It's mucus and congestion, just general nast from winter and all the cold and wet weather out in Colorado. I'm gonna move one day, guys. I promise. I'm not gonna. Gamer Guy Vladimir cannot stay in Colorado. No, this one I think I lose. We're gonna watch it and find out, but I'm gonna fast forward because I'm pretty sure I lost to this Red Eyes. It's a really hard matchup. What do? They got the fusion out. They didn't even equip it, but they got him. And that's a spirit. And that's always a really hard counterplay, and it's a free-to-play card. Really good deck. I love this deck. I should have used it to reach Legend 1, but I'll show you that matchup, I promise. When I do these videos, it'll be about 5 matchups. I made Legend 1 as of January 3rd, so today, when I'm recording it, I made Legend. I don't think I'll be uploading it this week just to kind of give me content that's a little more spaced out, guys. I'm sorry. I know you'll probably hate me for it. I found a really good video editor for my phone Filmora ago. I recommend you guys check it out. It doesn't have a space limit. I may not have lost this one. Hold on. Shiranui Sun Saga is really hard to lose with. Interesting side note, you're going to see 2 decks I don't usually play on the ladder anymore just because they're not as effective. I can't say that about the dinosaur one. The dinosaur one is highly effective, it does what it does, and it does it not perfectly, but really, really well. Alright, we're looking for essential plays that he makes, and I know that the power of the Guardians gave him huge advantage. Yeah, because he can now use power of the Guardians to stop this. I gotta keep killing that. He's gonna keep bringing it back. This is why I lost, because he was so much more concentrated. Sorry for all the tapping on the screen if I don't make one box. But he was so much more concentrated on his just keeping his board state alive than I was. But at the same time, the Shiranui deck doesn't really do anything else but keep its board state alive. Like, it just removes things to get a board state. It's very board state oriented, whereas his deck was just keeping his board alive. Like, mine was like, okay, what's the condition of the board? What can I do? Condition is really bad here with an obelisk down that was pretty much a Game Ender Exodia-sized monster right now. I really am left without a lot of options. Yeah, I make the worst possible move and remove it from the field for him. And I'm open to an obelisk. I fought it out to the end. It was a pretty dead match on my end, I could tell. But I mean, if you're gonna play, at least play it out, you know? Well, here's a frustrating matchup that I wanna not talk about. I'm also gonna try to do some editing, so I might edit out that last match. It might not be visible, and if I refer to it, I'm sorry, I'll explain what I'm referring to before referring to it. Again, I was with the Shiranui. I am so sorry I'm making you guys watch the Shiranui matchups. They're cool decks. You probably have seen enough of them. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you my 2 other pet projects, and you guys are going to laugh at me and call me a dork. But first of all, the dinosaur deck came from one of the best players I know in Duel Links fam. It's a group that I'm in, and one of the best players I know plays a dinosaur build. Very similar with Invoker, but it's way better. Mine's just a trash copy build. His build, I think, is better. My build is better for online play, really, when you think about it. Well, no. Our builds are different for online play. My build is for face. His build can play a long game. My build cannot. But you'll see my build. I'll actually do a quick build review on those. Like I said, I'm going to edit this down, trim the fat, and then keep what I can keep. What I can let go of, I'll let go of. We'll try to keep this video around 10 minutes for you guys. But I do want you to know that on January 3rd, I was Legend Rank 1. Okay, Cyber Dragon quit. I'm the king of quits. I'm so sorry I can never show you guys a good match because everyone quits on me. Dr. Crowler versus Mako. Oh man, it's another quit. So this is Ancient Gears. I wanted to show you my Invoked Saurus deck, but I didn't play it into Legend 1, I remembered. I got so frustrated, I went to an old deck that I relied on many moons ago to play myself into this rank. and I crushed it, and I'm so sorry, guys, that I don't have a real match to show you. But look at this Ancient Gear deck, on the other hand. It's cool. I didn't even have an Ancient Gear, and I mean, I think this one I didn't have the Ancient Gear Reactor, and I still won. So it was like, I fucked up my first turn play because I didn't set Paleo. I should have had Paleo or Enemy Controller set, because, well, they're both very powerful cards. And he used a card from the same box I'm using against him. I'm like, what a rude bastard. Also, I got 3 of these because Double Cyclone is never going to get limited. And it is such a good card to have at 3 of. Oh yeah, Aqua Actress. Flip them upside down. That way they can never get anything done with their deck. Now, as you're going to see, I don't always... Oh yeah, so an Ancient Gear monster was used, so he gets piercing damage. If I used a Gear Gadget monster, he would also get piercing damage? I think as long as it's some sort of gear... He's got some gear contrivance that makes it so you pierce. Piercing is always good. I didn't even need the extra one that I was trying to get to here. So Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon does do piercing if a gear monster was used, a gadget or gear monster was used to summon him. Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon I call Ancient Gear Reactor Jesus because that guy is impossible to remove from the board, and that's why I used him to go into Legend Rank 1. I'll record some Legend Rank plays too, and I will definitely save replays from there. I'm not going to save Rank 1 plays because those are always boring. It's always super technical decks. This is my rank up match though, so like, I'd say pay attention, but I'm really good at baiting the quit. And I don't know why. I don't mean to. I don't know how I push a player's buttons so bad in the first 3 minutes of a match. But here it is. Gear down. Blowing up that Yumi, baby. Because it negatively affects machines. And he quit. I sent him an ice. I ranked up because of it, so I'm not mad. And like I said, 3rd day in the month? What? I'm pretty happy with my playability, but let me show you the 2 decks I'm talking about. So the Invoked Saurus deck I should have taken a replay of. I have 5 Ancient Gear decks. So just don't get mad at me, guys. I have 5 of them. A solid 5 Ancient Gear decks. I'm not going to show them all off, but the one I was playing with. Now this is my favorite because it uses a Karakuri. The best Karakuri. The freaking Maneater Bug Karakuri. So he just destroys a monster when he's flipped. But, yeah, I personally prefer Dispel over things like Double Cyclone personally. And you can see that reflected in some of my other builds. But yeah, this is... I guess I'll show them all to you real fast. Not all of them, just 2 more. 2 more, I promise. Ancient Counters is my favorite. You heard Parshaths. Because he has the fucking piercing damage. But, oh, World Legacy Clash is here too, because, you know, I need things to say no with Curse Seal with. If you Curse Seal, you're always aiming at Invokers or anything that's going to use a lot of spells, and it's going to use the same spells. You can use it on Mirror Match. Now, this is a really unique build, does not work in Mirror Match. I do favor Dispel heavy here, because I'm just trying to get rid of my own things. But Magical Hats is hilarious in this deck, because once all your things go to the graveyard, you just get a ton of Ancient Reactor Dragons. But other than that, YouTube, I wanted to show you my Yu-Gi-Oh decks. I did that. I think I've got one last deck to show you, and then I'm going to edit this video. Maybe I'm not going to edit this video. I don't know. I'm going to watch it before I do anything to this video. And if I feel like I need to edit it, I'm going to edit it. If I don't, I don't. The only other deck I have for you is Tyranno Hasselberry. Invoker Saurus. Okay, come on, keep connected. Alright, we all know what Invoker Alistair does. You summon him, you get one of these. With Invocation, you confuse into these 4 monsters. Purgatrio, Invoke Magnolica, Invoke Cocytus, or Caliga. I'm playing 2 Purges, 2 Mags, 1 Cocytus. Now I run 3 Invokers because I don't use... I've heard you can also run this deck with Sorcery Conduit to make sure you ensure your Alistair because there is no other spellcaster. I don't like it because I guarantee my Alistair because it's so slow anyway. Um, so everything you need is here to get to what one of those monsters. I like Hammerhead. Now, Hyper Hammerhead is here because I have a prismatic, just kidding. And so is Giant Rex, though. He's here because of the Earth Monster. Cannot attack directly. Now, I was using Omega Summon. It's not good here. Survival Instinct, however, is great. Along with Dino DNA, you will gain so much life. Flip-Flop Frog doesn't target and compete other Cocytus for you. This will bounce whatever attacked it back to the deck. Same with Hyper Hammerhead. As long as it's alive, it goes back to deck. So you have 6 monsters to send things back with. You won't be facing that many online, I can promise you that. I've only tested it a little bit online. I don't really want to show off this deck, but I will as a last little surprise. I'm really torn because I might add Ultimate Core Hexer because it uses Ultimate Bish Balkan, who you can use Core Hexer and any Spirit of White. I've got 2 of that structure deck, by the way, guys. With Core Hexer, sorry, I'm breathing heavy. Core Hexer. But with Core Hexer, you can do a lot of bad things in this deck. You can make this guy. These guys are here. You don't need to ever make them. They're just there because it's an option along with him. He's here because he's an option. You don't have a way of using the Ultimate Dragon, unfortunately. He's just there to be silly. So, like, same with that. Like, that's there to be silly. That's not there to win games. Ultimate Bish Balkan is there to win games, though, if you're up against Swarm decks. But this is basically a Cosmo Brain deck with Dragon Knight of Creation, who I say is the most base dragon in the game. But whatever, he's the hardest dragon in the game. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, YouTube, Gamer Guy Vladimir giving his Yu-Gi-Oh! Opinion, and you have a great week, a great day, a great life, and other than that, I will catch you later. Peace.